Oh, hi.
Hello, Mampu. Hi,
Finally.
Adam.
I'm so sorry for the delay. I was supposed to
No,
do
it's
this on
okay.
StreamYard. But
It's
I'm
okay.
experiencing technical difficulties on my laptop right now, so I had
Yeah,
to switch it over here on
yeah.
Instagram instead.
It happens. I mean, technical issues.
I know. So thank you so much for allowing me to interview you. I would like to thank your national director, Mr. Frederick Eep, for allowing me to interview you tonight. Um, I've been, stalking you from time to time since the pageant Miss International competition is happening. So, good evening to you there in Hong Kong. So, before we begin, can you introduce yourself
Yeah,
to my viewers here watching us right now?
yeah. So first of all, thank you so much for having me, Adam. And hello, everyone. This is Rosemary, and I'm Miss International Hong Kong 2021. And I will be soon going to Japan for 60th Miss International, and I'm so excited to meet all the girls and stuff. So for my background, I'm a student. I was a student in University of Hong Kong, and I studied sociology and media and cultural studies. And right now, I'm a model and also a creative producer at a jewelry company. So what I usually do other than work, I love doing different kind of sports. I love doing yoga. I love going swimming and hiking. And my aspiration is to inspire more women with my own experiences.
Wow, what a loaded bio you have right there. So
Mhm.
you were crowned Miss International Hong Kong last year, 2021. I
Yeah,
did I hear right? Oh, all
yeah,
right. So
2021.
just like our candidate, you've been preparing for this for so
Yeah,
long, for 2 years now. How has
yeah,
it
it's
been
like
like?
one and a half. It's really fun. Like at first, it's actually a good time for me to get into the pageant world since before joining Miss International Hong Kong, I haven't been really inside the pageant world, but this time giving me more the period to really get into the pageant world and do more in this community. And I know there's like for me, some may say there's like disadvantage or advantages. For me, it's all advantages. For example, I have more time to practice, do my hair, makeup, catwalk practice. I always feel like the more I practice, the more confident I would be presenting in a competition. And it also allows me, like, and the team to have more time to prepare for different costumes. And we are just like, for example, our designer Victor have been designing us like evening gowns and cultural costume, and so much time and effort together, and this time we have more time than before, so we all want to present the best to everyone.
Oh, wow. So you have a team right there
Yeah,
preparing you for Miss International. Wow. So yeah,
yeah.
because I've been stalking Miss International Hong Kong's IG. I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
you're the admin or is it
Yeah,
Sir Frederick, but I saw some, um, I saw some gowns that you tried wearing or wardrobe that you tried
yeah.
wearing or fit for the upcoming competition. So, oh gosh, let's check out some of them.
I was so excited.
Wow.
I mean, this journey is amazing. I've been able, even I was a model, I wasn't like being able to try out these kind of amazing gowns all the time because different jobs, maybe sometimes sporty, maybe sometimes others, and these are like truly amazing.
How much input did you have in choosing or preparing your wardrobe for this pageant? Is it all up entirely to you? I would like to get to know how you guys prepare for a competition like Miss
Uh,
International.
So it's not all entire to me. So usually I will go with my team, and mostly a lot of the time Frederick will be there. So for me myself, like I'm not with a really like I don't have a lot of years in pageantry, so I always would ask for the team's advice, like what kind of clothing would be more suitable for different events, and like having the advice and talking and chatting out together, and make the consensus of which kind of clothing we should bring. And it's like it's an amazing like time that we can discuss and know more about each other's thoughts too, and try to make the best and present the best to everyone.
So you're enjoying.
Yeah,
Because it feels like, because you have a fashion background, right? because you are a
Yeah,
model
kind of.
before. So,
Yes.
so I wonder, how is it like? How's the process like? If you like something, would you have it approved? Do you have it approved by Sir Frederick? And then if he approves it, then okay, it's part of your gun. It's part of your wardrobe for Miss International.
Yeah, so basically what we've been doing even like today, like before, I was like trying to find out all the my wardrobe, what fits like Miss International, like what I can bring to the competition, because sometimes you have wardrobe like casual and sometimes more elegant. And I would try out and take photos at home and show him, and it's like, and we would discuss, it's like, okay, this piece, it might be like people would like it and it would like shine. And then sometimes Sir Frederick would bring like different pieces and I would try to mix and match with my own. So it's kind of a process, like a fun pageant mix and match.
It feels like you guys know what you are doing because most of the colors and the cut, the silhouette are very Miss International. It's
Yeah.
so soft. The style, oh, oops, the styling is so soft. The colors are just really so, you know, it's are mostly pastels and whites. Yeah, it really appeals
Yeah.
to the Japanese aesthetic. So,
Glad to
how,
hear that.
so how excited are you now that the competition is just like what in less than a
Yeah.
month?
It's like, yeah, no, it's like less than 2 weeks. It's like I'm flying like almost next week. Yeah. So I'm really excited about that because I've been waiting for so long and I've been preparing for so long, and my team has been working so hard for it. And finally, able to be representing Hong Kong to the competition, it's like it has always been my dream, and now actually executing it and being so close is make me like extra like excited. And we also have a group chat for like all the girls and queens from Miss International, and we were talking a lot, and then everyone is getting excited and preparing. So this make me even more excited because when I'm going there, I will be able to meet them in person and have like different kind of cultural exchange and talk to them in person, take photos together, and enjoy the amazing Japanese culture together. So it's like, it's just, I know it's gonna be once in a lifetime experience for me, and I'm really trying not to worry that much and really enjoy the process of even just preparing for it and also enjoy the process at that time. Yeah.
So I assume you girls are very close now because most of you girls in this batch have been crowned as early as last year.
Yeah.
So by the time you all set foot in Tokyo, you guys will probably be hugging each other and screaming
Yeah.
once you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, I think before we actually had a Zoom call, it's like because of so many time zones, it was really hard to organize, but we managed to have one Zoom call and I got to talk to some of the girls, and it's just like so nice. But I know like everyone is so busy, like all the queens, they're having so much obligations and they're working so hard in their life already. So we are just like here and there when we're free, we'll reply to the chat and send in some photos, but it's just like a family, like, oh, I have a lot of sisters there from different countries. It's just really heartwarming.
I'm curious to ask, who's the closest candidate you have been talking to in WhatsApp
I
or
think
in group chat so far?
I think we don't really have like one really close because it's like here and there. Like sometimes we'll comment on this, sometimes we'll chat here. So it's like it's pretty like I'm open to meet all of them and be the closest to all of them.
Yeah. So yeah. So as I read more about you, yeah, I said earlier that you started out as a model. So how did you get involved in pageantry?
So basically how I got involved in pageantry, it's like 2 years ago. When back in 2020, I saw Miss International Hong Kong's Instagram, and that time I was so like intrigued and I was like, oh my God, I want to join it this year because I want to be representing my city and being able to meet so many girls to Miss International. But that time, unfortunately, because of COVID, it didn't happen in 2020. And so the other day in 2021, I finished my school, and then one day I got on Instagram and saw, oh, they're trying to recruit girls for Miss International again. And I'm like, okay, this time, but that by that time it wasn't really that confident. But I started out modeling a little bit, so I'm like, okay, never try, never know. I would just do something that scares me that day, and I applied. And throughout like 1 month the process, I'm so glad that I made the choice to apply, and I got to meet like other contestants too, and finally like being crowned at Miss International Hong Kong is just so surreal for me and make me think that there's nothing not gonna happen if I believe in myself and try to work hard for it. Yeah.
So, it's really unusual that to have a candidate crowned at a time of a pandemic. So
Mm.
how has been your reign so far? What has been the most eventful thing that you've experienced in your reign so far? Because let's face it, Hong Kong really faced a very, very
Yeah.
bad COVID situation last year, to the point
Yeah.
that that your entire country had to lock down in order to curb
Yeah.
the spread of the virus.
Yeah. So basically, as you said, there's a lockdown, and before there's like restrictions in the room and stuff. So during like a few months of my during my time, I couldn't practice a lot, like a few months, because for example, the venue we used to practice the dancing room, it would be closed because there's restrictions and they don't want to spread the virus. So there's the limitations on that, and I would just like maybe, since the apartments in Hong Kong are small, so I would be maybe walking outside the doorway of my apartment and just practicing and sending Frederick of like my practices. And one incident happened like I think late August. So basically unfortunately I caught COVID. And during that time, because of Hong Kong, I need to be sent to a like isolation center. And during those 7 days I was like in a room, it's not my home, so I wasn't even able to do practice and my normal stuff preparing for the pageant. So there's like stuff here and there um that affects my daily practice. But then obviously in my heart I never forget about like it wouldn't affect us how like we try to prepare for it. So it's just interesting, but it's also like as you said, we had more time, so it's good that we had more time, but also unfortunately that the lockdown happened. But now it's like more open, and yeah, it's a good time now.
Yeah. So I'm glad that despite the lockdown that you're still able to, you know, make it through, right?
Yeah.
So, and along the journey that you're along the way in your preparation for Miss International, you also had to, because I tried to research your name on YouTube, and I was so surprised
Yeah.
to find out that you are also a vlogger, but I know it's but not as active as you were in the
Yeah.
past, but you tried vlogging, and one of the topics or content that you uploaded there was your weight loss journey. So I
Yeah.
can't imagine you right now, because if we all see your Instagram account, all your photos are so sexy, yeah, for the pageant.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine that you gained so much weight before the pandemic and you had to lose
Yeah.
all of it for the pageant.
Yeah, so basically, I think the weight loss journey happened during COVID. So before I was always like I wouldn't say I was like really fat, but it's like chubby. Like on photos it might seem chubby. And but when the pandemic started, there was the lockdown, I couldn't go out. So what I did was like working out every day. I did like 10 km jogs like every day around my place. And then I do yoga a lot of the time, and suddenly my I just try to be more mindful about my eating and start to eat healthily, and I lost the weight. And after losing the weight, it actually started my career in modeling and pageantry. Those come after. And the journey of my weight loss, I did the video that time because a lot of people around me was like always asking me what I did for my weight loss and how I could suddenly be so confident. And I think what I learned about my weight loss journey, it's like believing in myself and be consistent. If there's like something I believe in, just try to do it. And I really when I post a video, I really want to motivate others when they are trying or having some health issues or trying have a goal, like they want to lose weight, to like healthily lose weight. Then I would want to be an inspiration out there to inspire them to do what in their thought. Yeah.
Oh, and so what has been the biggest lesson you've learned about yourself in those times that you were doing your fitness journey?
I think during my fitness journey, I think being persistent because it's so tough for fitness and it's like it's so easy to go on the wrong track. Like you're trying to like be as skinny as possible but forgot about the healthiness. So I want to be healthy and also like looking fit and having a good look. And it's actually in the end, it's not about like weight loss anymore. It's like how I feel about myself, how I will want to work and put time on myself to make myself the confident, like really confident, and how I would like to present myself to people. And I think that's what I learned, like being more self-love, self-acceptance, um, and work, put time on myself and work on my body and work on my mind. Because that time I also practice yoga, and that's how I learned about self-love and meditation. Yeah.
I'm curious to ask, did you just have to diet in order to lose the weight? Because let's face it, that was around pandemic. And I
Yeah.
assume the gyms were also closed there.
Yeah.
So how were you sweating out losing the pounds? Did you just do it through diet?
No, no, no. I think I woke up at 7 a.m. every day to go jogging. And I jog
Oh,
like at least 7 km per day.
at the height of the lockdown, you were still able to jog
Yeah,
around?
so I actually need to wear, it was really painful. I need to wear my, because there was the mask law, and we need to obviously when we go out, even for workouts, we need to wear our masks. So I was wearing my mask and jogging for like an hour or stuff like every day.
I can relate with you because when during the pandemic as well, I lost a lot of weight because at least I can
Yeah?
monitor calorie intake.
Yeah.
We weren't doing anything at all because we're all secluded. We're all secluded in our houses because of the virus going around. So I was really able to lose weight and monitor my calorie intake. But then the
That's
result was
great.
I'm so thinner than usual that I look like already a
Oh,
zombie by the time
yeah,
things almost went back to normal. So yeah, it's really one of those things that that it's one of those great things that happened to me during the
yeah,
pandemic, that
yeah,
I was able to achieve something for myself, even if
yeah,
we were all locked down from what we were
yeah.
normally.
It's so great to hear because also I think during those times, like everyone is like mentally stressed too, and we like
Yeah.
finding ourselves like being able to walk out there and being able to put some time on ourselves instead of sitting there watch Netflix is already a big step for us.
So I also assume you now have a very, very slim figure for Miss International. Yeah, because the photos if the photos on your Instagram are any indication of how you will look like for the preliminary swimsuit competition for the pageant, then for sure you'll definitely nail it.
Thank you.
Yeah, because wow, you look so statuesque. Look at that, guys. Look at
It's
those
like
long,
also the Hong
mile-long
Kong view.
legs. Huh?
It's
Where
like
was
my
this
favorite
shot?
view.
Was this shot in? No, this is not Causeway Day. Some
Yes.
what's that name? What's the name of the park? Overlooking. I forgot. Um, I
Victoria
forgot.
Harbor, you want to say?
Yeah, oh yeah, Victoria Park. Yeah,
Okay,
is
this
it?
is no, this is actually the Four Seasons Hotel in Central in Hong Kong. So it's like looking to the other side. So this is
Oh,
the tallest view, like I think it's the tallest building in Hong Kong. That one is ICC. It's
wow!
amazing
Look
view.
at
And
that,
the harbor, it's like Victoria Harbor.
guys. Look at her figure right now. You know, I wish you uploaded a sneak peek of your pasarela. So we'll see. Body wise, yeah, this is what the Japanese like. Have you been studying past Miss International videos for your training?
Yes, kind of. I also obviously studied Kay's like walk. She had a really good walk during the preliminary in her swimsuit. So yeah, I tried to like be healthy but
Who?
also fit. Kay, like Miss
Oh,
International Hong Kong 2019.
oh yeah, she placed in the top 10,
Yeah,
right? That's so
yeah,
groundbreaking because Hong Kong hasn't placed that high in a very, very long time.
long time.
So the last time
It's like
Hong Kong placed,
1960.
High,
1967.
that
Yeah,
was in
it's before.
1967 when
Yeah,
you're
it's like
auditioning
19
in the
something. Yeah.
top five. Yeah. So what tips have you been getting from Kay about your forthcoming
So
comp?
so she told me like about like a lot of the like how was the journey like she always had sharing with me, and I always like whenever I have little questions about different like oh how I should do walk, because there's different kind of walks, and like I would want to know how her interactions with other girls like, and how the interactions with the Japanese like, and how's the culture like, and I just asked her a lot of questions and she would answer me. So it's a really nice to have someone like a bigger sister to ask these questions and be able to have like okay I will calm down, it's not that scary, like someone been through there too. And yeah, it's really nice to have someone like that here.
What's one advice from her that you're taking to heart seriously?
I think that's when sometimes when I get demotivated because like I said I've been practicing like for so long, and sometimes when at some point I feel like stuck and I feel like I couldn't move on, and that time during that time she was sending me the support and telling me like you are really awesome and you just need to tell yourself that every day and just wake up and say that you can do it. And that time when I hear it I'm like okay, no matter what, it's a journey, and I if I am in, then I need to put my all effort in, and I need to believe in myself that I can do it.
Well,
Yeah,
that's a
it's
great
always in my
advice.
heart. Yeah,
That's
because
a great
there's so
advice
many
right
like
there.
girls around. It's hard to like what we can't control about other stuff, but we can control our mind and control how we see ourselves. And I mean, this is the most important part that like at least I believe in myself that I can do it, and I am sure I can do it.
Yeah, you really have to develop that strong mental toughness,
Yeah,
especially when you're competing with so many beautiful women around the world.
yeah,
You have to do your own thing. You have to really be focused. You have to be in your zone just to be able to get through the whole thing without feeling insecure or feeling bothered about yourself. That's what I've been getting from a lot of girls
yeah,
who join pageants.
yeah.
So, you know, I'm curious to ask as well, since your predecessor placed so high last time. So do you kind of feel pressure to do well in the competition?
Yeah, I think it's a good timing to ask me these questions because I think like almost 1, 2 weeks ago I feel really pressured and stressed because I know that I've been preparing for so long and all the team's effort and everyone is supporting me so hard, and I suddenly feel like oh my God, I'm so stressed that it's so near and I really want to do it well. But after a night of thinking, I was like I need to change this stress into motivation. I won't see it as pressure, but most something that motivate me to do better. So how we got high ranking last time, it's like motivate me to do like I can do it, I can do the same. So I just need to put everything positively and believe in myself. And like having everyone's support is the greatest thing. And I don't want to care about other stuff a lot, but I just want to leave no regrets and make sure I'm doing my best during my journey.
Well, that's great. That's great. Will this be your first time to go to Tokyo?
No, actually, it's my second time to Tokyo, but my first time I wasn't really traveling to. I was actually having my I was in a rowing team when I was in university, so I was having like trainings in Japan, Tokyo.
Oh,
So I
when was
was
this?
living by the
A
river
few years.
every day. It's like 3 years ago. It's not that long, but yeah. I
So what
love
is one? So what is one place in Tokyo that you would like to visit again now that you have a chance? Very, very soon.
I think I really want to. I'm not sure if I can go back to the river that I practice in every day because I forgot exactly the name of the part. But then there's one river, like we would wake up at 4 a.m. every day just to and carry the boat and then up the stairs and go there. So it's like a really good memories of like how youth was and how like I think I really want to catch the determination, like the determination I had that time for rowing, and now the determination for me to go to this competition. So it would be a really sweet, like memorable place for me.
And for sure, you're excited to try out Japanese food again. Yeah,
Yes. You know, Hong
I
Kong
feel
people love Japanese food.
yeah. Just be careful not to overeat because I spoke with our candidate from 2019. I'm
Yeah,
sure he also said the same thing. You know, during the lull time in between breaks of the
yeah.
activities, you guys are always being given coupons, food coupons to spend.
Oh,
To eat. Didn't Kate tell you that? Because that's what Kate's batchmate, Miss Philippines, Patricia Magdanong, also
oh,
that
yeah.
the Japanese organizers would give food coupons for them to spend every day to eat.
Wow. That would be a challenge for me because you know I'm a real foodie, but yeah, I will control and eat healthy.
Yeah. I'm curious to ask, what made you join Miss International, by the way? Because
Mm,
earlier I forgot to ask this. You started out as a model, so now
yeah.
you're an aspiring beauty queen. So, what made you try out for Miss International pageant and not the other pageant systems?
Okay, so first of all, Miss International, it's like one of the top three like world pageants in the world. So with the history and how they're talking about cultural exchange, it's something that I'm binding with a lot. I really love different cultures and I love like how they're using cultural exchange to promote peace and not only about like looks, it's also promoting a lot, for example, SDG for beauties. It's like promoting a lot of ideas that bringing the world's awareness to different kind of issues. So this is something as a sociology student, I really
Yes.
love topics. Yeah, I really love topics like this and also studying culture. So it's like the perfect fit for me when it comes to like study and also what I'm interested in. So that's why I think Miss International is a really good fit to like for me to understand more culture and also for me to learn more about a lot of like other girls like what they're advocating and everyone what they're doing and try to create a positive change to like the community.
So, as someone who has a background on sociology, how do you think Miss International could propagate or in more international understanding amongst one another? And at this time of
Yeah.
the pandemic, an era
Mm.
where pageants are no longer looked up to as a relevant endeavor.
Yeah, I think this year having the beauty of SCG for like beauties, it's like really good that every one of us is trying to make a like the organization, they're having us to have our own like video presentation of our SCG projects and they're all uploaded to the new like Miss International app. So it's like it's already a big step to promote different kind of like they can not only know us about our looks, but they can know what we're advocating and what we want to promote. So different candidates have different like projects. So by looking into the projects, not only looking at us, like people who are using the app will also know more about in different countries what problem is there and how everyone is trying to do something about that and this is a great part of education already like letting them like maybe people they're pageant fans and they never thought like they would go into like these kind of stuff but because of pageant they would go into like these SDG goals and knowing like their favorite candidate what they're doing and even they're interested in other countries and they would look into it so it's a really good time and a really good like platform to promote all these like SDG goals and what we can do more and think more for the to create a better world, I would say.
Yeah, and I love that Miss International has been, leveling it up in terms of that because most of the pageants have been taking up their own respective advocacies
Mm.
in order to become relevant. So, you're not just someone who has a background, you're not just a model and someone who has a background or a degree in sociology, but you are also, yeah, as I said earlier, a content creator and a vlogger.
Mm.
So, and I also found out that you are also a creative producer for a
Yeah.
jewelry.
So yeah, I got so before I'm content creator now, like I got a little bit of a raise, so it's like it's called creative producer now. But it's basically almost the same. So I do the marketing and do the creatives and create shoots and do marketing campaigns for an ethical jewelry company.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. So I'm curious to ask. Let's
Mm.
let's let's make an example. For example, just hypothetical example, if Miss International Organization would like to ask your expertise about how to create more excitement and buzz for the upcoming edition, how would you do it?
Mm. I think I think now being active on social media and doing a lot of like video content, it's a way because I know you have been doing a lot of video content too, and it goes like viral on like Instagram. So I think having like reels introducing different candidates and also having candidates taking over for some period of hour and showing their life around will be really interesting because a lot of the times during different activities, a lot of people might also want to see that. So maybe having live like showing like all the fans like what we're doing would be really nice so people can feel more connected and more interactive during the process. I think now it's not like we can make use of social media not just like showing you something but also a kind of interaction like so we can have like immediate interaction and people feel more connected like even though maybe you are in the Philippines and we're in Tokyo, but we can also like talk in real time and just feel like sharing the same experience in real time.
Yeah, that would be a great idea. Do you think,
Yeah.
there's just still so much interest about the forthcoming edition despite being absent for the past 3 years? Do you think there is still
Oh,
the excitement from the fans to look forward
yes.
about Miss International, considering
I
that
think
everything
it's
about Miss International is very traditional in format?
yeah. I think it's even more exciting when there's like including like new applications and like the voting system. So it's like there's like even though it before like people might feel it's traditional but it's also like evolving and having so much new elements and with it's like it haven't been happened like in years. I think it's like building up the excitement for people to Miss International.
So, what are your thoughts about the fan vote that it is
Mm.
introducing for the first
I
time?
Yeah, I think it's actually a nice thing to have because now we're talking a lot about inclusion and having the pageant fans and everyone or like our supporters to be able to support their favorite candidate. It's like being more connected to the competition and can bring people more connected to the whole like being more like I'm more like my favorite candidate it's winning. It's like more connected to each other and I think it's a good thing to like lead people through the whole like journey of 2 weeks and they would be more interested in what we're doing and like seeing how everything is going. So I think it's a good thing to do.
So, for you, social media is a great tool in
Mm.
promoting the causes or even the popularity of Miss International.
Yeah, social media is a good tool.
Yeah. So, we're down to my last few questions. I know you're very excited to really go and take your flight in Tokyo. So, with all the preparations that you've been doing, the homework, the trainings that you have been undergoing at the same time, so what do you think are the qualities that the Miss International organization is looking for in a winner? Do you think it would be different this time around since they took a break for the past 3 years, or do you think it will still crown someone who will crown a certain prototype?
I think there's no prototype. It really depends on the daily interactions, like from our how we are presenting ourselves, because it's like looks are really subjective. Like how we present ourselves, how we are talking to each other, how we are trying to promote our positive energy to our community and what we have been doing and being like graceful and just understanding and good and interacting would be some of the key qualities and obviously confident like not like being able to voice out like our thoughts and just helping to spread like positive energy would be what I say like to be the having the qualities to be the crown, to getting the crown to Miss International.
You talk about spreading a positive message. Now, as my last question, what would you like to achieve with your candidacy here in Miss International?
Firstly, I would really want to present well of my city, Hong Kong. Like I want to show the culture of Hong Kong and like letting like Japanese people or other girls know like we what we are doing and how it's like East meet West. Because I'm really proud to be a Hong Konger and I always want to let like and spread the words of Hong Kong. Other than that, I'm excited for the cultural exchange with like the Japanese people and also the girls. So I'm really excited, and I hope to do the best in being able to get different culture. And other than that, I hope to have my experience after all, and even during my time, I would be able to tell others about my story, how I started off as a not really confident kid since I was young, and suddenly being able to take this step and have this journey like just because I believe in myself and step out of a comfort zone and just did one thing that scared me that day. It's like applying to Miss International and it got me here today. I want to use my whole experience and after being in Japan, I want to tell people how I came through and motivate like girls or women if they want to do something, just try it out. This is my biggest goal and I really want to empower women and let them know like no matter what they're thinking, if it's in their thought, like they can actually achieve it. Yeah.
Wow, wow. That was a very long message. You know, you're very well
Mm.
spoken. I really feel you do well in the competition. Sir Frederick
Oh.
could not have chosen a perfect candidate for for your country than
Oh.
you right now. Yeah, yeah. Because when I ask you a question, you deliver a kilometric answer, and you speak and speak
Oh.
until you run out of breath anymore. Yeah, that's a great quality. I think more than ever the organization is really looking for a spokesperson. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Especially now that Miss International is introducing a lot of changes and they're back to
Mm.
being active after taking a huge break because of the pandemic. So as my last question, would you invite all your followers to vote for you to for the fan vote that is happening in the finals very, very soon?
Yeah, of course. So the voting system, it's like opening on November 30th. So I've already like let my followers and my friends and my family know and make sure they're supporting me on the voting system.
Yeah, so how can they download the app?
So basically it's on App Store on Android. You just type Miss International and yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you have to download the app.
Simple as
Do they
that.
have do they
Yeah.
does one vote, will they have to spend
I
money
think
for
there's no, it's free of charge.
oh
So
free?
just go
So
for
we
it
just have
and yeah, just I think it will be opened on 30th and more details will soon be announced, I guess. But I think there's like yeah, one fall.
yeah. So on that note, thank you so much
Thank you
for
so
allowing
much for
me to
having
interview you
me.
tonight. Yeah, thank you. It's my to be honest, the reason, I've known your national director for quite a long time now. 3 years
Mm-hmm.
now, Mr. Global 2019. And we met again,
Oh,
Mr. International, here in Manila
international. You met
last
Jason
month.
too, right?
Yeah, I met Jason. So yeah, Jason, generated so much impact in our competition. So I'm trying to spread the goodwill by interviewing you because I feel like if your national director could pick a stellar candidate for Mr. International, then he would definitely pick someone of equal caliber for a major pageant like
Oh.
Miss International. Yeah, and when I finally saw your bio, oh, she looks great. She really looks the prototype. She's tall, she's slender, she has a slim figure, and she's very articulate. Definitely, you'll do well. If you get in the top 15, you'll definitely, you know, will be definitely expecting a very good speech.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you so much for your kind words.
Yeah. And I can't wait to see you, hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah,
There
I
in
can't
Tokyo.
wait to see you with less restrictions. Yeah, I think we
Yeah,
will see
yeah.
each other someday.
Yeah. No, not someday. I'm really trying to work out my Japanese visa right now.
Yeah? Yes. I hope to see you in Japan then. It's even more exciting now.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully,
Yeah,
hopefully, yeah. Yeah, I want to see you
we
guys.
need
And
to
I
be there.
want to see how Miss International works. Like, I've never seen a
Mm.
pad. I've never watched a single edition in the flesh. So I want to see
Mm-hmm.
how traditional or how intricate their production will be. I just love the Japanese culture, and I've been such
Yeah.
a pageant fan, and I just want to experience that nostalgia, culture, tradition, all wrapped up in their upcoming edition, considering that it's their 60th anniversary right now, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
With long
so,
history.
so there you go, guys. I hope you had fun um, meeting meeting Miss Rosemary Ling here in
Mhm.
my platform. God bless you, Rosemary. Virtual hugs and kisses for now, all the way
Yes.
from the
Hope
office
to
here in
see
Manila,
you.
Philippines.
Yeah, hope
Yeah,
to see you in Tokyo, Japan.
yeah, yeah. Let's keep in touch after this. Send my
Yes.
regards to Sir Frederick, Chase,
Yes, for sure.
and Jason.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Take care.
Have a good evening and nice to see you all.
Same to
Thank
you.
you.
Good night.
Good
Bye.
night.
Bye.
Bye.